A Conferência Bola Branca é a conferência que fecha o ano desportivo em Portugal. À quarta edição consolidada deste ponto de vista, quisemos ir mais além. Quisemos trazer alguém de fora de Portugal para trazer outra perspectiva sobre o jogo, para trazer também a atualidade, porque tem a ver com o Mundial. Um grande país campeão do mundo histórico fica mais uma vez fora do Campeonato do Mundo. É a Itália. E por isso trouxemos até Lisboa alguém que, sendo italiano, percorre o mundo, com muitas experiências também, mas está ligado à última grande conquista da seleção italiana no Campeonato da Europa de 2020. Tem outras experiências, naturalmente, é conhecido como um pensador do jogo e por isso é com muita honra que pela primeira vez temos um convidado estrangeiro. Nesta conferência temos dois, mas o outro já falaremos. E então é nesta perspectiva que temos o prazer de chamar aqui ao palco o Antonio Gagliardi. António, thank you so much. Thank you, please. Esta conversa será em inglês, a única conversa em inglês desta conferência. O António falará com o meu colega André Maia.
Bola Branca. O desporto em comentário e em notícia.
Bem-vindos, mais uma vez. A Itália está fora do Campeonato do Mundo pela terceira vez consecutiva. Falhou em 2018, falhou em 2022, falha agora também em 2026. É um país que nos apaixonou também futebolisticamente, principalmente na década de 90. Certamente que muitos de vós terão visto grandes jogos das equipas italianas. Na altura, a Serie A era o melhor campeonato do mundo, da Europa. E a Squadra Azzurra, em todas as competições em que participava, era normalmente candidata a ganhar qualquer competição, fosse ela um campeonato da Europa ou um campeonato do mundo. Ora, é sobre isso principalmente que vamos falar aqui, o porquê deste declínio da seleção italiana, mas também da Serie A. Para isso, como já disse o José Pedro Frazão, temos connosco Antonio Gagliardi. O António foi diretor do Departamento de Análise da Seleção Italiana durante mais de uma década, entre 2008 e 2022. Foi ainda treinador adjunto de Roberto Mancini na Itália, que venceu o Euro 2020. Foi ainda adjunto de Cristiano Chivo no Parma e de André Pirlo na Turquia e em Itália, na época em que orientou a Juventus. António Gagliardi, benvenuto. Como já disse o José Pedro Frazão, esta vai ser a única parte que teremos integralmente em inglês. Eu tive 14 em inglês no ensino secundário. A minha mãe disse-me várias vezes para fazer um curso de inglês. A minha resposta foi sempre: não é preciso. Vocês vão testemunhar aqui ao vivo e a cores um fenómeno que acontece muitas vezes, que é a minha mãe ter razão. Mas eu vou dar o meu melhor. Eu e o António vamos aqui tentar também ser o máximo compreensivos possível para convosco. António, let's begin. Are you ready?
Thanks for the invitation. It's a pleasure.
It's our pleasure.
Here. Thanks.
Let's start with Italy. We are 14 days away from the World Cup. As I said before, the Italian national team will miss the World Cup for the third time in a row, 2018, 2022, and now 2026. Let's focus on this World Cup specifically. What went wrong again for Italy to miss out again another World Cup?
It's a very sad, bad thing that a country like Italy doesn't come in World Cup for the third time in a row. But for me, we have to split the questions, because the first one is how many mistakes or what are the mistakes for the Italian national teams? Because sure, if you doesn't achieve the World Cup for 3 times, sure, some mistakes are happening, no? Sure.
Of course.
But for me, the question is more big, because the question is why we don't have a big players. Because we can talk about the mistakes of Ventura the first time, Mancini second time, and Gattuso in this time. And I repeat, if you don't achieve these results, sure, there are mistakes. But the big question is not this for me. The big question is why we don't have big players
So the problem...
like the past and like other big country in Europe.
So the main problem is the team, is the quality
The quality of the
players.
players, the quality of the players. Because I have these numbers. We made some research as a football federation, and in the last 15 years, we take the ranking of Ballon d'Or, no? Okay, we have the winner, but we have every year 30 players in the ranking. Are not sure the best 30 players in the world, but maybe and almost are very, very good players, no? Okay, in the last 15 years, Spain has 61 players
61
in these rankings, okay?
in the last 15 years.
Yes, Spain, 61, France, 50, and German are the top three with the 40. After, there are Portugal and England with 35, 34. After, there are Belgium and Holland with, I think, 25, 22. And the last one of the big 8 country in Europe is Italy with only 16. If we have 16 players in these rankings in the last 15 years, and Spain has 60, or France has 50, or also Portugal has 35, you don't have the same quality of the players.
And why is that? Is that because of the infrastructures that Italy has, youth development?
I think the most important thing is the youth development, sure, because we are the third most populated country in Europe. We have a lot of young players that play football. It's impossible to don't develop big players. Sure, there are some problems in this stage, the youth development. And repeat, we can talk also about the mistakes of the national team, but the big problem for me is not the mistakes of the coach, of the players. The big problem is we don't have big players.
Let's talk about infrastructure, because to have some structures that can develop the youth football, you need infrastructures, you need stadiums, you need training centers. I have a number here that I think it's amazing. A PwC report from 2021 said that in Europe, a new stadium takes on average 2 to 3 years to build. But in Italy, it takes 8 to 10 years. 2 to 3 to Italy, 8 to 10 years. And I remember that Italy will host the European Championship on 2032 with no new stadiums or at the most. Why is that? Why is it so difficult in Italy to build a new stadium, to build a new training center?
Okay, I'm a coach, I'm not a manager, but this is sure a big problem for Italian football, but is also a problem about the country, because in the political way, no?
Yes.
Because we have a lot of bureaucracy, and if we have to talk about the decline of Italian football, we have to talk also about the decline of the country, because in the last 20 years we lost a lot of power, a lot of money, and the bureaucracy, especially first of all the bureaucracy, I think is one of the most important thing to resolve this.
And you find it when you were in the national team, for example? So many bureaucracies to try new things?
Yes, but is not totally football. Is more about
More than that.
Politically.
Let's talk about Euro 2020, because despite all those World Cup failures, Italy won the European Championship on 2020 and playing very good football, and also with an amazing outfit from the technical team. You were Roberto Mancini assistant coach back then. What was done differently there suddenly Italy win a European Championship, but can qualify to 2 World Cups.
Mancini, I think, made great work with the Italy national team, especially in the Euro Cup, because we won the Euro Cup. I think we deserve to win that Euro Cup, and we made also a 39 games unbeaten, the longest way in the historical world of football.
And it's still the longest.
Amazing job, I think, from Mancini and from the players. He put a lot of technical players, small players like Verratti, Insigne, Jorginho or Barella. But when I think about that Euro Cup, there is one curious thing, because now in Italy there are some old people, old coaches that are speaking about the problem, no? And they are saying, our problem is that we want to copy the Spanish model, or
but without Guardiola.
yes, but without Guardiola, this is we have to come back our tradition, okay? And I respect every opinion, sure, but I think it's totally wrong, because nobody in Italy now, or very few teams now plays in the Spanish way. We have 16 teams in Serie A that play 3-5-2 in very defensive shape. The national team against Bosnia and North Ireland play. We can talk a lot of things about that games, but sure they didn't play in the Spanish way. The only time that we play a little bit like a Spanish play or Portuguese style, we won the Euro Cup. And this is curious, because they are a very famous old coach. They are talking every day about this. We have to stop to copy the Spanish way, But what is this? What is the Spanish way in Italy?
But
there isn't.
You were talking about tradition. What about returning to the catenaccio, the defensive way?
But we play like this.
But even more, like, do you think that would be a way also for Italy to go back to the roots of the 90s? And
no, I think is very important to defend well, and also in the Euro Cup, in one game, the semi-final against Spain. We defend a lot because Spain had more possession than us, and the tradition of the Italian defender like Chiellini and Bonucci was amazing in that game, and it's important. We don't have to lose this, but the way of modern football is clear. Is clear
it's evolving
in Portugal, in Spain, in France, in England. We have to play, and we can talk a lot about the problems in Italian football, but sure the problem is not that we copy the Spanish style.
Do you think that Euro 2020 win masked some of the deeper problems in Italian football and maybe delayed the need for solutions, because everything is good?
Yes, because I agree, but because we don't split the questions, no? I said before, because one question is the result of Italy national team. The big question is, I repeat, the development of the players. If we don't split the questions, if you win, okay, everything is okay. If with Bosnia we scored the last penalty and we won, now we are in the World Cup and we are totally happy about this. But the problem is the same. We don't have big players, especially in offensive roles, because we have also good players. We have maybe the best keeper in the world. We have a good defender, good midfielder, but in the offensive players, we don't have big names.
Let's talk about money, because for you to have big players, you also need money to invest in them. In 2008, Italy centralized the Serie A TV rights with the Malandri law. Although the Italian product was always been less valuable than other leagues, English league, Spanish, even German. I have some numbers. In 2021, Serie A international TV rights value was around 210 million euros. In that year, Premier League sold their rights, international rights, for 1.7 billion euros, from 210 to 1.7 billion. La Liga sold it for 800. Why is that? Serie A is not attractive enough? It's the quality of the players again?
I think also for this there are so many reasons. Maybe also the quality of the play, because we have a lot of 3-5-2 and we have maybe the.
But that doesn't mean that the match isn't good.
Yes, I think we have the most nil-nil games in Europe, I think. But also this, okay, maybe we need also other managers to sell better the championship, but also for this, we don't have the money like Premier League, but nobody now has the money like Premier League. But last year, Serie A was second in Europe for the transfer money. Ahead Spain and Germany. So also this, the problem is not the money, the problem is how we spend this money, how develop my players. I think the first thing that we have to put in the center is the knowledge and not other things. When I see a coach, and he's my very close friend, like Francesco Farioli, that has to move in Turkey, in France, in Portugal, to show his skills, that if you know him, just you know, no? Why he doesn't show his quality in Italy? Because the mentality, I think, is not like other country in Europe.
We will talk about Francesco Farioli later in this talk. Another factor often mentioned in Italian football decline is calciopoli, a scandal that involved so many teams in Italy in 2006. Is it still fair to bring it up right now into 2026? Is it fair to still blame calciopoli for Italian struggles, or is it like a scapegoat?
In Italy, also now there are a lot of people that talking about calciopoli, especially Juventus fans against the Inter fans, and I don't like too much to talk about this. I think in that moment was the right thing to do, because sure there were mistakes, and maybe was the start of decline. But that's it. We have to watch the future for me.
Of course. Before we move to other topics, and to wrap up this part of the Italian football decline, there's a coach, and we already talked about him. There's a coach that coached in Spain, revolutionized the football in Spain, and when he was there, Spain won the World Cup. And then he moved out to Germany, and Germany won the World Cup. And then he moved out to England, and England still hasn't won the World Cup. But I guess it's fair to say that England lives right now a kind of golden age again. This coach is Pep Guardiola. He's free right now. Do you have hope that he could move to Italy, or could he be the person that can save or bring back again the culture?
There are some rumors in Italy about this, also because Guardiola played in Italy, in Brescia and Rome. For me, he's not only the best coach in the world, but I think he's the best coach in the history. I think in the football, in the tactical football, were three big revolutions. The first one is Ajax Holland in 70 with Total Football. The second one is the Milan Sacchi with this kind of defense. And the third one, sure, is the Barcelona's Guardiola, no? Before, I spoke about the Spanish style. The best thing that could happen in Italy is this. I think is almost impossible or difficult, but we can have also other good coaches for the Italian national team, because they are speaking about Mancini, the comeback of Mancini, of also the comeback of Antonio Conte. They are two top coaches, and sure they can do a good job. But a name like Guardiola is different, because it's not only for the Italian national team, it's also for the whole world, no, of Italian football, because this name is bigger, and maybe it's difficult.
Let's hope. Let's go back to Euro 2020. Italy knocked out Belgium in the quarterfinals. After Belgium eliminated Portugal, so thank you for the revenge. Do you remember who was coaching Belgium back then?
Yes, Martinez.
Roberto Martinez is the Portuguese coach right now. I would like to know what weaknesses did you exploit back then that you can tell us, so we can tell Roberto Martinez, so we can correct that before the World Cup?
No, he's a good coach, and in that time, Belgium was a big team.
It was the number one, I guess, on the.
I think, yeah, number one of the ranking. We were also a little bit lucky, because Hazard missed the game,
Yes.
and in that time Hazard was amazing. I think it was our best games in the Euro Cup. Mancini had great ideas for that game. Martinez played in that time 3-4-3.
Different from now?
Yes, I know that now
It's a back four.
Portugal is playing with
He
four, no?
already
4-3-3.
played with three, but yes.
Yes, but
back-
now he's playing
yeah,
4-3-3
the
or
standard.
4-2-3-1.
Yes.
With the 3-4-3, you have only two midfielders in the center. And the idea of Mancini was to create overload in the center with a sort of diamond with Jorginho, Verratti, Barella, and Insigne number 10. This overload, when we had the ball, was the key point, and the other key point of the game was the pressing, because we pressing very high, and they kicked a lot of balls for Lukaku, and Chiellini won a lot of duels against Lukaku. But Martinez knows more than better than me that game, and know that he plays now a little bit different, no? With a lot of wingers, a lot of midfielders, because we have amazing midfielder, and I think Portugal could do a very good World Cup.
Let's hope so. Portugal's biggest star is still Cristiano Ronaldo. You worked with him for a year at Juventus, 2021, when you were under Andrea Pirlo. Does it surprise you that 6 years later, and that 41 years old of age, Ronaldo is still a starter for the Portuguese national team? Are you surprised by that? By what you saw on the locker room?
Okay, I don't have to talk about the work ethic of Ronaldo, because you know better than me this legend. But 2 or 3 days ago, I watched all the goals that he scored this year. And okay, he played in Saudi, but Saudi now the Liga is not too bad. But the goal were amazing, and I remember that I thought the shoot is the same, no?
The same from when you was player of...
very, very powerful, very with the right and the left, and for that age is a amazing way to be, no? There is a curious thing about that year because the coach was Pirlo, no? And Ronaldo had the respect to Pirlo because I think in his mind is in the same level of the great players of the history, no? And in that year, if you remember, they don't put the best of the Ballon d'Oro because it was the year of COVID, no? Yes. But they put the best teams in the history for the Ballon d'Oro, no? And Ronaldo was in the first team. And joke a lot with Pirlo because Pirlo was in the second team. And that year we had 3 players in that teams because we had also Buffon.
Yes.
And I remember that they joked a lot about this because in the same space you have 2, 3 of the best 30 players in the history.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
There's so many people that think and say that Juventus decline began when Cristiano Ronaldo arrived to the club. Do you think the same? It was bad for Juventus, the arrival of
Sure,
Cristiano
if you have Cristiano Ronaldo, you have 1 goal per game, first of all, and also a big name to try to bring other players. Juventus in the last years had not good seasons, but I think with Spalletti next year could be a good season for Juventus.
In that season, Juventus and you were knocked out by FC Porto,
yes,
from Portugal in Champions League. Sérgio Conceição was the Porto manager back then. He has strong ties to Italy, as everyone knows. And he even already spent a year coaching in Italy, AC Milan. Right now he's really close, or reportedly close, to leave Al Ittihad. Do you think that could be a good next step, a perfect next step for him to return to Italy? And if there's space for him right now?
Yes, I don't know if it could be the perfect step because I don't know perfectly his career. But sure, it's a country that he knows very well. Also, his son is playing in Italy. And I think also for his style, because I think he's very aggressive with a good pressing, is a good fit with the country. Could be, yes.
Do you still remember that match, Juventus?
Yes. In Porto, we lost 2-0 without fans because
the COVID.
Yes,
pandemic,
it's the year of COVID. In Turin, we did a great comeback.
Extra time, I guess.
Yes, 3.
With
2-0, and in the extra time. The Sergio Oliveira free kick, and we scored. But in that time there was the away goal rules, and Porto went in quarterfinals against Chelsea.
Against Chelsea, yes.
Yeah, it was
played in Sevilla.
Good Porto with I remember Luis Diaz the first time that I saw amazing player.
Did you visit Porto already after that?
No.
We have a chance now. Finally, speaking of coaches and speaking of Porto, there's an Italian manager, we already talked about him, came to Portugal, saw, conquered, as we say, even inspired a special podcast here in Renascença, Código Farioli. It's the name of the podcast. You can already listen if you haven't too. Francis Farioli won the Portuguese league this year. As far as I know, you know each other, right?
Yes, we are close friends. Yes,
close friends?
Yes, I know very well.
Winning the Portuguese league with such young age, 37, and showing what he already has shown to us, Do you think he has what it takes to be one of the best coaches in the world soon?
I think also right now he's one of the best, because when you stay in a big team like Porto and you won the championship and also the quality of the play, that he showed. No, I want to tell one thing about Francesco. I think
Can tell two if you want.
It's nice.
2 or 3.
It's nice thing. When he called me, in that time he was with Roberto De Zerbi staff, in Sassuolo. He called me, and I remember that phone. He said, "I leave the staff, and I wanted to go in Turkey as a second coach." I remember I said, "Well, you are crazy. Why? You are with one of the best coaches in the world, because De Zerbi is a master. And why you have to go to do the second coach in Turkey? Why? I don't understand this choice." But he had a clear vision.
What did he answer to you when you said that?
I don't remember the perfect words, but we talked about this, about his vision. Just he was thinking about his journey, and what he's doing is part of this journey. And sure, I don't talk with him about this now, about this, but sure, this journey is growing, and he has a vision. I think one of his best qualities is this: he has a vision of everything, of methodology, of playing, of style of playing, of his career, and I think it's the right place to stay in this moment. Is perfect to Porto.
And so you were talking before about the return of big Italian managers to Serie A. Do you think Francesco Farioli sooner or later will go to Serie A?
I think he's Italian. He has one day to come back to Italy, but I agree with him. It's not the right moment right now. Is the right journey abroad is perfect.
And do you think that Porto will hold him?
I think yes. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Or it's time to.
No, I think.
Fly away.
I think sure the next year. I repeat, is a perfect fit with Porto.
Antonio, we already passed our time. Thank you so much
thanks for
first
the
of all
invitation,
to being here and to fly from Italy to here to Portugal.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations for this big event.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Terminamos assim a nossa palestra com o António. António, muito obrigado mais uma vez.